be.
She's our new girl.
She's awesome.
She is awesome. You're a lucky dude.
Yeah.
I made her nervous telling her she's speaking right before Doug Collins.
Oh.
Hey, everybody.
There he is.
All right, we've been a little quiet here. I don't think we need to be a little quiet here. I think the boys in blue need to know we support them right here. Can we get that up? Outstanding. Well, it's good to be with y'all today. I'm glad to be here because when we come to a thing and you come to an event like this, there seems to be a growing consensus across. I don't know if you've been listening. There's another side of the story that wants you to believe that cities that are burning are normal. They want you to believe that chaos and rioting and criminal activity is normal. I don't know about you right down here in Cobb County, but I want to ask you, is that normal in the United States?
No!
No. And I want to wake up and I want to give you a sobering thought right now. November 4th. I do not want us to wake up and become normal, because if we go forward and Joe Biden and the leftists are taking over, the police do not stand a chance. It's time for us to remember what is happening right now, because that is a vision of what they want for the future, and I will not stand for it, and I know you won't either.
Woo! Love this guy.
You know, as we look across what's going on right now, it is an amazing thought to me that when you look at our cities, you look at some of our liberal mayors and our liberal governors who say that we need to shut everything down, that we need the rioting. How many times? I mean, it sounds like me when I was in high school and I'd come home and tell my parents that I need to go to a party, and I wanted to really go to the party, and I knew it was going to be one of those really, really good parties. Okay, look, your parents aren't around, and if they are, they'll forgive you by now, okay? So you went home and told them it was only going to be a few people. You know, we're just going over to Joe or Susie's house, just going to be a few people. When you get over there, there's 150 people. That's like these liberal mayors and governors saying this is just a peaceful protest. I'm sorry, with buildings burning in the background, with cop cars overturned, and people throwing Molotov cocktails, that's not a peaceful protest. That is an insurrection, and it needs to be put down.
Yes. Yes. Collins for president.
I will say right now also, as we gather here today, is our many prayers and our thoughts are right now with our commander-in-chief. And yes, right now he is getting better from COVID. He is going to get better as he is at the Walter Reed, and we're looking forward to that, and our prayers are with him right now and the First Lady and all of those. But you know what's even more important right now is that they know that right now on the other side, Joe Biden's been asleep in the basement. He's been letting the rest of the world go, but I'm going to tell you this, even when our president is sick and getting over, when he gets better, he's going to be back out on the campaign trail, and he is going to take it right to the American people, because he loves this country, he loves our police, he loves our military, and he wants to put America first, and that's what we got to think about right now.
Yeah.
You tell him, Doug, you tell him.
But as I go along, for me, a rally like this is personal. Now, I serve in the United States Air Force Reserve, and I've been there for almost 19 years, served a tour in Iraq as well. But for me, it goes back even further. It goes back almost 54 years for me, because I'm a son of a Georgia State trooper.
Yeah.
I was born a trooper's kid.
All right.
As I like to say, I fought the law, and well, he won most of the time, okay? 6'2", 250 pounds, he went out from the 60s to the 90s, he was on the road. And what I saw, and what I want to give you a little bit of picture in for the families and the law enforcement, and I really also want to say to those businesses who maybe want to give but didn't want their name on something, who maybe didn't want to come, who officers who want to come but they were scared to come or told not to come. I want you to know that in America there is a First Amendment, and First Amendment is not for speech you like, it's for everybody's right. And my speech is the police matter, and they matter, and where families matter.
Yeah. Woo.
I'm tired of taking a back seat to a cancel culture that wants to say, if you say something I disagree with, I'm going to get upset. Well, cry all you want. This is America, and we're going to stand firm.
I love him.
What's this, baby?
You know, as we look ahead, as a trooper's kid, I'd go home, and there'd be times my dad would come home, and I'd see his uniform torn. I'd see blood on his uniform. There are a couple of times when he wrecked, when he was out doing his patrol, and the car would be tore up, and Dad may have to go and get checked out, and then he would come back. There'd be those times at night he would get called out, those times on holidays when everybody is sitting down to eat a meal, and the phone would ring. Yes, back in the time when we had a phone on the wall. And that phone would ring, and they say, Leonard, you got to go. And Dad would have to leave, and the rest of us would be sitting there. In fact, for the most of my early years of life, I didn't know that you celebrated holidays away from the house, until I started seeing people actually celebrate the 4th of July and Labor Day and Thanksgiving and Christmas by going places. For us in our household, and for most of the law enforcement personnel, you know, they celebrate it by working, because they're there to keep us safe while we get to do what we want to do. So when you think about rallies like this, when you think about what people say, when you think about it just for a second, as our pastor friend prayed earlier this morning, I thought it was a great idea. Think about this. If you were able to pick up your phone and you needed the police and you got, I'm busy, I can't come, we don't have the police, I'll send you a social worker. I don't want a social worker when somebody's coming at me that I'm in trouble with. I want somebody who knows what to do and how to handle the situation and be trained in law enforcement. And that's what our police do every single day.
Yeah.
They go while we sleep. They go while we eat. Our military personnel will be all over this world making sure that we have the ability to do this right here. If this is the least we can do, I want us all to think about what the more we can do to make sure that the other side never gets a chance. Never gets a chance to so depress a police officer that they quit their calling in life. To have someone in the military who says, I don't want to serve anymore because I don't feel like I'm supported anymore. Well, I know this for a fact. That if we continue to gather, if we continue to talk, if we continue to stand firm and not be wishy-washy and read our cue card, and we actually go out there and be a part of our communities and thank our police and stand behind them. And also call them out when they do wrong. Because the police will tell you the first off, they're the first that will take out anybody who's doing it wrong. They want them out of their ranks. I know my dad did. It broke his heart when he heard a law enforcement officer who would break the law or do something, but the first thing he wanted was them out of there.
Right, exactly.
Because we don't need people like that ruining the names of the 99.9% who do it right every day.
Yes.
So as we come along, as we look ahead in this election year, there's a big choice. First off, you got the man at the top, President Trump, who has said firmly and steadfastly that he stands behind our law enforcement, that he's made and worked to make our military strong again. And we see that. And for those of us who serve, we see what he has done. It's proud to serve that flag. It's proud to know that I can salute a commander-in-chief that doesn't go around the world apologizing for who America is. Instead, he stands up for America and said America is the best country in the world, and I'll always put it first.
Yes.
There's no choice here. And as you look around this election, as those of us who are running for Senate and for other things, never ever doubt, I have fought for this country, and I fought for this president. You've seen me do it. I'll never stop fighting for those, though, that never get on the TV, that never see the headlines in the paper. They're the ones who you see and you pass them in the car. They get up and they go do it. Our law enforcement officers, our firefighters, our military folks who just do their job. So before I get off here, and we got some great folks. I see Karen Handel here. I see my colleague Barry Loudermilk, others who are speaking. This is why we committed. But I want to just say one thing. I got a challenge, as I said just a few minutes ago. A challenge that hopefully will get you a little bit excited, because I want us to start challenges for all the media here and for those who are taping this. Here's a sense of what I'd like to say to any liberal mayor. How about the liberal mayor of Portland, the DA in Portland, the mayor of Seattle, the governor of New York, who sent basically people back to nursing homes? By the way, he ain't going to get away with that.
Good.
Cuomo, you got another thing coming. Mayor de Blasio, the mayor of Chicago, all of you who want to defund our police. Let me just have a challenge out for you. Instead of taking your armed security detail the next place you go, change places with them. Put their uniform on, put that gun on, get in a car, and go out there and serve for a few months. If you then think that you want to defund the police, God bless you. If not, shut up and get behind our police. And that is why we're here today. God bless you and see you later.
Yeah. Shut the hell up. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a tough act to follow.
That's what he said to me.